everybody, and welcome back to Hydroneer. Today, I did a bunch of work. Now, what I did was just building. I put up on a roof. I put up the walls. I'm not happy about how that came out looking, but it's either I make it look good on one side or I make it look I'm gonna probably change that. But anyways, the garage is all hooked up. I got to put in the logistics, which is what I'm going to do today. Which is why I stopped building. I just wanted to get the building done. Not 100% on this. I tried to make like a balcony overhang kind of thing to hide the logistic lines. Put in a door so I can get to the boosters, right? To replace the shards. Made a house for the auto I'm trying out my new tongue today. The auto filter system, right? To auto filtrate the water going into the machines. So up here I still have to bring the repair kits and whatnot up here, but this is doing really well. I can still aim them and shoot them and all the rest of that fun stuff. And then if I really want to get back down, I was thinking of putting the stairway inside, but it didn't work trying to bring the pallets of repair kits up there. But a cute little house anyways. I don't know, whatever. Got that done. I got all the way down to the farm. Not really happy with how that worked out, but I kind of messed up making the roof portion of that. I left the wall out here. They're all sitting there ready to go because I'm not absolutely sure how all of the machinery is going to work for the farm. I'm eventually going to be driving up here somewhere, and I'm going to dump my load, and then it's going to go into a set of machines in here, and it's going to do its thing. I'm not absolutely sure how that's going to work out. I'm hoping I left myself enough room. If I didn't, then I'm going to go out into the garden by one. I figure I got a good enough sized garden. But anyway, I hooked myself up a switch here, and this is going to lead up to for this to, and all it does is just leaks water into the top of the truck. I still have to either branch another line off, which I left myself that straight there, to make a T intersection and bring over and then dump it in on top of the quad. I don't know where I'm going to get to with that. I have not really touched the factory. I'm still having trouble at times with this stacking up and not doing its job. I'm not absolutely sure how to tackle this. It's set at 5. When 5 gems go through, it should do its thing, right? And I'm no issues, no problems. Everything looks good. It's all down to 1 gem, even. Okay, well that one's didn't reset. Very strange, very strange. Why not? Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Well, like I said, it's and I bet you that's a big, huge one. Anyway, I got like millions and millions sitting in there. I sold a couple of things so that I could afford all of the walls and whatnot. Made myself a little area, like, this is for the farm, right? So you come up here and I got all the flats down there, and I'm going to spread that direction or go forward. I'm not too sure, but you got to keep the pressure up on these things. I'm not too sure what and I finally brought my bread in here. But here's what we're going to be working on. Now, this logistic line is for the auto gem compressor, but this one comes out of my little room from the wall, right? Goes upstairs, and that connects to this switch. So what I'm going to do is I drive home, I park the truck, and then I walk over here and I push the switch. But I don't want it to run forever. So what I'm thinking is, oops, didn't actually want to close that. What I'm thinking is I ran the line over top and I dumped a whole bunch of parts and pieces up here. So what I want to do is this. I want to go downstairs with a light. Now, I don't know whether this light is going to work or not. But we're going to put a light on it. That should be... Yeah, okay, that's facing down. Nope, this. And we're going to come back up. And then... straight. Okay, and we can put you... Well, actually... Okay, let's tag all that into place. Okay. Let's go that way. There we go. Okay, now, for this end of it, now that's just a light. What it's going to tell me is, what I'm hoping anyways, okay, is that it'll tell me when it turns on and when it turns off. And I may or may not put a thing here to change the color of that light for no other reason than to just, I don't know. I don't have a rhyme or reason for you why I want to change the color. Okay, so now the signal is going to come up. Now I have to branch it because what's going to happen here is, okay, let's put in a bunch of straights. I hope I brought enough. I got some out back yet, so. Okay, then you. I don't have enough straights. Okay. So the main signal is going to go through in the back. And I want it facing that way. Okay. So the signal cannot come back, because that's kind of important. Well, how many of these do I really need? So if we go there, oops, and we put that there. So that signal cannot come back. Then the front needs more straights. More straights! You know what? I'm just going to go get a pallet straight. I'm sure I got enough corners up there. I have a skid out here. And walking with skids is always fun. You got to kind of know your base to do this. Okay, up 2 flights. Over to the back wall. And around. And okay, cool. So, now. We want a corner. So the main signal, in other words, when I push the button, okay, this signal is going to come down here and it's going to split. And one signal is going to go straight through and it's going to go down. The other signal, where I split it, is, okay, that's got that. Straights. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and oops. There. Okay. Let's get you out of my way. Now I brought up a timer. Okay. And what's this again? Okay, that's one way. Okay, okay. So now the other signal. So what I want to do is I want to put a timer on it. Okay. Why? Nope. I had it right the first time. I think. Okay, so that's going to delay the signal by 10 seconds. Then, I don't want this signal coming back in any way, shape, or form. so the signal can only go... Ah, see, I can't put one there. Yeah, yes, I can. Sorry. I want that signal going that way. But then this is going to be flipped. Okay, so this is turns an incoming logic of 0 into 1, and anything bigger or equal to 1 into 0. Okay, so I'm not absolutely sure what signal that switch sends. I really don't know. But I do know it sends either a 0 or a 1. So what I want it to do is, if 1 opens the valve, and I did test it, by the way. I hooked up the switch. I came up here with the switch, and I just hooked it into this valve. That's right here. Okay. I hooked it into this valve, and I just pushed the button, and it opened it. Yay! But no matter how much I pushed the button, it wouldn't close it. So now, this should work. Okay. Before I lock it all down, let's go down and check it out. So here's the plan. I come in, I park the truck, and I come over here. I push the button. The light turns on. It leaks. For, hopefully, and then it turns off. Okay, so now, just so you know, like I said, when I hooked up the switch, but I could turn it on, but I couldn't turn it off, I knew that I needed some way to turn that signal. I had to turn it, which is what this is for. So it delays, the same signal comes down this line, and it gets split by this T intersection. Oh, come on. I can't get up there? Hang on. Ha. Oh, when yet. Okay, so the signal comes in, right? It gets split at that T intersection. The main signal, or let's just call it the main, goes all the way down, goes straight down, turns on the light, turns the valve. Bob's your uncle, no big deal. Okay, but now how do you turn it off? Okay, well, flicking the switches doesn't do anything, and I don't want to have to flick the switch anyways. What I wanted was to be able to come home, park the truck, push the button, it gets fueled. I don't have to worry about it. I can walk away and start doing other things around it, and that's what these do. So, now, am I sure I need both of these one-ways? No, I'm not. I'm not absolutely sure, but I don't care. For the cost, whatever. I have lots of money. But it's this timer, so it delays it by 10 seconds. Then it sends another signal, except this one is flipped. So no matter what this signal is, a 1 or a 0, this flips it and says, no, it's the other signal, which will close the valve. Ha-ha. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Now I'm going to lock all this down. And that should be... So the plan now is to do a whole bunch of farming and get the new pipes. With the new pipes, oops, I will be able to go down to tier 3 and start farming downstairs, like way down at the bottom. In order to get that done, okay, we're good. I got a valve up here, but it's a hand valve. It's to turn this system off if I need to. Otherwise, the pipes come up, you know, from behind the walls, and everything looks clean, especially down here in the kitchen. I did, however, if I were to, can I dump this? I guess I can't. So let's just pretend that's out of water, right? And it fills up with water again. Except that I don't have these gangly bunch of pipes here. I buried this pipe underneath the ground because I still need the seeds, and I still need to be able to dump into there and reclaim and redo my seeds. Garden is doing real well. All throughout the time that I was building, I've been redoing my garden. I haven't done any of the quests, though, so I got a bunch to do. And I still got the big one to do, the 300 weight. I'm hoping I have, because I've been farming and keeping and blah, blah, blah. So I'm hoping I have enough eventually. 300 weight beetroot. We're getting there. 20 pounds. We're getting there. No, we're not. I have a lot more to go. So rather than watching paint dry or grass grow or hair grow, you know, I mean, I'm not going to show all that stuff. If there is any portion of this that you'd like me to run over again as to how I built it, it's a very, I think it's a very, the roof, yeah, that got a little silly up there. I ran up and down a bunch of different times. And I do have some pipes in places that I'd rather they weren't, but I don't feel like redoing. When I redo the line into, it's not Cloudium, the red stuff. I played too many different games. I forgot what the red stuff was. Corestone. Okay, so when I redo the pipes into corestone, I'm going to redo this line. Meaning I'm not going to set up a whole new filtration system just to put in Cloudium lines. I'm just going to redo the Cloudium. I'm not going to mess around. That's why I left myself lots of room and space, and it's not going to be an issue to redo all of that into corestone. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should put a valve on that one, but that's just the... I have a valve up here for it, so I don't care. There's not much else to show you. What I'm going to do, like I said, next now is I'm going to complete a bunch of these. I do have a few coins. I got 2,300. But I mean, yeah, I got lots and lots of cash. Cash is not a problem at this point in time in the game. I betcha. I betcha. Yeah, 4.3 million. If I was to make it, yeah, I would have millions and millions and millions of dollars. I don't really care. And I've already got, what, 100,000 here, 1,086,000 there. I've got, money sitting in places in town and all the little buckets in town. I find money isn't the issue at this point in time. It comes down to completing the quests, which... I don't know. You tell me. Isn't it a little boring just to sit here and watch me make soup and cut bars and all the rest of that? But I wanted you to see how I set up my workshop. The fact that I got lots of room in here is probably a little too much. It's a little too wide, I do find. I didn't need to make it this wide, but I wanted to be able to fit the truck in a garage so that I could do this. The light was a later idea, by the way. Which, by the way, yeah. Let's change the color of that. In case you don't know how to change colors, you grab a logic keypad. I'm probably going to need a T. Yeah, I don't have the hammer up here anymore, do I? Okay. Grab my hammer. Let's do this real quick and I'll show you. You use the, I believe it's RGB values, meaning red, blue, green. And I'm sure I got a T. There we go. I'm getting down on parts, aren't I? Yeah, this used to be just filled and, yeah, getting down. So I'm slowly weaving through it. Okay. So now what we'll do is we'll get that, take that. Replace it with, no, this one. There we go. And then, what is it? Y? No, that one. Okay. We're going to lock all this in. Now, if I'm right, I got to add, hang on, I got to check my, where's my website? It is w3schools.com HTML color groups, but it's not the HTML. It's not the hex that I need. I need RGB. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So RGB values, like say for red, would be 255. But I don't, yeah, let's, red, sure. 255. 0, 0. Yeah, I was wondering if I was going to change the switch, because I'm now sending a different signal. But it did change the light to green, or red, didn't it? Okay, but that's a different signal. So I would have to run it on a separate line. Yeah, I'd have to run it on a separate line. Okay. No big deal. Don't care about coloring the light. I just thought I'd show you what... It is possible, but you'd have to push... Yeah, no doubt. Where are you? There you are. Okay. So you can change values on the lights. Oh, that's one doesn't go there; it goes out here. Oops. Okay, why is the rake in there? Rake in the wrong spot. You can change, like I said, I turned the light red. I was wondering why. I thought it would interfere with it, and it does. Due to the fact that this sends a signal down the line, right? The logic keypad. But you could turn it on to a different... take a T intersection and tee it off into a different... Don't let the signals come back. Don't let the logic signal go through. Turn the light on when it... Yeah, I could do that. Sorry, I don't see the... that's a lot of trouble for just some goofing around. No. Okay. You come to this side. And you go to here. Much better. Can I get the turns on? Might be able to. There we go. And then this can all get cleaned up. Oh. Isn't that just a piss off, huh? Teach me for mad clicking. Come on. There. Now. There. Yeah, I got it all. Yeehaw. Okay. To me, this is also the only way to move, like, logistic pieces, the mass amounts anyways. The pallet in this works beautifully, other than it would be nice to be able to see past the pallet. You know what I mean? So that you don't get all messed up. But, neither here nor there. I'm good with it. At least I have a pallet. I'm happy with that. And I do plan on running, I think, one more logistic network. Right. Don't know about the farm, as to whether I'm going to run one out in the farm. I figure I might put it on... I didn't know whether I could put it on a timer or not. Put something into a loop to count down. I'm not too sure whether I can do that in this. And have it... I would take a lot of logistics. And I'm not too sure whether I can do it. Flipping signals, stopping signals, putting a timer up, inputting, a certain amount of... inputting a certain amount into... Yeah, I'm not absolutely sure whether I can do that in this game. I don't know whether he's given me enough, because you can send something through and minus, right? Or divide it, or something, right? And then on the other side, put a okay. Well, when it's equal to this, then let it through. Otherwise, it has to sit there and do a loop. If you do that loop and put it on a 1 second timer, that would mean that every time it counts down, right? But then you have to have, I'm not too sure whether I can do it. I'm not too sure. I'd have to wrap my head around that one again. Just to see whether I can using the mathematics. Anyways, I'll wrap my head around that. And I'll see if I can come up with something. Because what I'd like to do is put this on a timer. These don't always have to be running. I don't think it's a big deal. It's not like I'm purifying the water, and it's not like I need to have tools and whatnot in the house back there purifying this water. So it doesn't really matter. It can just sit and run. There's no wear and tear. So the plan downstairs, because this is all basically done up here. I got some parts and pieces around that I need to get done and fixed. So the next plan is to go down, and then I'm thinking I'm going to move the tool rack somewhere, and I'm going to take... maybe I don't need to move the tool rack. I'm going to take a right turn. Right turn, Clyde. And then I have to replace my pickaxe with the higher level one, or I won't be able to dig down. And I'm going to bring my rake downstairs. And this is the next project. I'm going to get the whole place built down here. And as you can see, the ground changes almost immediately. And I might have to take another right, like go down a little bit and then go to the right as soon as I get in here. And then, because I don't want to run into this, I want to go a little ways first. But this is going to take a lot of parts and pieces and a lot of building. Maybe let me know in the comments section, because I'm not going to take this on right away. I got a few other things going on the channel. And this is going to sit for a little bit, just a bit, maybe a week. So in the next week, if you've been watching this, I got a few people that have been watching this, which is cool. Thank you very much, everybody. You're awesome. Whether you commented or not, I mean, that doesn't really matter. But now I am kind of asking, do you want to watch how I build this? Meaning right down to all the parts and pieces and all. Not that I'll live stream it, but I just won't edit the video that much. Like I won't cut out the building parts. And that should be good. You know what I mean? As I build and work my way down there. Is that something that folks want to see? I'm going to get rid of this. Let's put it here. Because I have the other rake. Haha. Yes. I went out and bought the other rake. Okay. So, like I said, is this something you want to watch? Like, how I build it? I don't... Maybe I'll dig it out. I do bring stairs with me. I think I got a set, and I'll show you why and the how. Nope. I got no stairs. Bummer. I got no stairs left. Oh, yeah, I used it. Yeah, because I doubled those up. Right. It's all good. It's all good. I use these on the roof so that I know where to dig the roof up at, right? So that it's, you know what I mean? So, like, but now I can't get out, right? Exactly. Okay, so you have to be in one. You know what I mean? Yeah. So there's a few things that I use I used to make these, you know, nice and squared off and all the rest of that fun stuff, and how I get in there. And then I use, you know, foundations, the 1x1 foundations. And I use stairs so that I know how deep to dig underneath on the back end of it. This one I nice and cleaned it up with the rake tool because I needed it for the conveyor belt to go up. But how I wrap my head around it, basically, everybody, like how I figure out how I want to take it down and how I want to get down there and all the rest of that. The setup is going to be about the same as these. I haven't actually built one of the level 3 miners yet. You know what? Maybe there's a few minutes left in the show here. Let's take about, how much is this anyways? Well, yeah, I think I can cut that in half. 5,000, so let's take all 5 grand. What's this one? That's 1,000, yeah. Let's take this. Not a problem. Nope. The floating bar. Nice if you push the right key. Okay, and then iron. I bet you this is a boatload. Yeah, just a little bit. Okay. Let's go off to the mountain. That did, I don't know whether everyone watched that show. Flattening this out took me a long time, everybody. But I had a vision that I wanted a garage. I wanted to be able to drive straight out of it, you know what I mean, and head off to Wild Blue Yonder to get things done. You are always traveling in this. You're always going places. You're always doing stuff. So to get all of that done, I had to have the driveway had to work. It just had to. No ifs, ands, or buts. Now, would I like to go off to some of the other fields and go mess around with them? Yeah, but the thing is that once you get a field going, like once you, well, there's no point in. Now, can I use this, or does it go down too far? You know, I don't really know the. Watch, this is gonna mess me up. I can carry this one. I don't know the mountain that well. A lot of my game time, there was no mountain. I played a lot right after this game came out, and then I took a bit of a break, like, you know, I commonly do with games. I'll play it for a bit, then I'll take a bit of a break on it. Okay, so that's got to be the miner. No. What the? There's nothing else to it. Let's try something that just takes. I'm gonna need 4 of them anyways. Okay, so we know it works. Let's move that back over here. Now I want to make one of these. Okay. And is it Cloudium or gold? Let's try Cloudium. This was 200. That would be it. Cloudium, not gold. Woohoo. Okay. That's a harvester. Okay. Enter it in the top. Comes out the bottom like any other. Okay, so that was the harvester. No problem. Let's put you guys over here. You're a T2. You belong with your boys. Okay, I give up. Now we want the drill. Okay. So the drill is 800 and 500, of which we have tons. Okay, this time it worked. Don't ask me. How much cloudium we got left? 400. We need 5. And I'm back with more cloudium. Okay. So let's see if we can't make this work. And these are the new drills. Core stone drill. Oops. Okay. 800. I'd have to come back with more core stone. Yeah, 178 core stone. Okay. Well, I can't see me making anything else now that I got those and whatnot. Okay, I'm good. Not leaving my gold bar behind. Enough time for a sip of coffee on his way up. Okay. Is everything in? Looks like it. Okay, so we got 29,000. I need one of you. I figured a better idea. I'm gonna, if you park the truck right over top of it, yeah. You notice the money amount's going up? It's a much faster way of loading the truck. Don't need another saw, don't need more tools. You know what? I'm going to go with that for now. I'm down to 7,400 bucks. I really got to flatten that portion out now. Now that the house has gotten... Yeah, I just got to basically stick to... And that's it. Right there. I get home. I push the button. I love how this works. I gotta check it out again. And then it turns off. Ta-da! Okay. So that is for up here. That takes care of that. So that's for up here. You know what? I'm gonna take it outside. Okay. Yeah, how's my gems? I took off. See, and here's the thing. I come back, and everything's kosher. Everything's hunky-dory. So I don't know. I really don't know what's going on with this. Like, why sometimes the gems are stacked up. Because I've done it off camera, too, where I've come back, and psh, it's just it's a cluster of gems in there. Okay, well, don't know what to say. Other than I am going to unload this stuff. In anticipation of building it. At a bit of a later date. So, I will leave you for today. This has been a great episode. I got a bunch of things done. I pretty much got the place built, which I'm happy about. Because now I can just basically sail into pretty much the rest of the game. And complete quests. And then this one will pretty much be done. I could do funky stuff with it, you know, build insane factories and such. I've never been one to do that. I just don't. I mean, other people have already done it, so it's not something I'm usually all that interested in doing. No, you're supposed to lie flat. Okay. So once I pretty much finish building this, I'm going to take a bit of a break from it. There's many other things happening on the channel, so such as my Satisfactory playthrough. I have a long way to go and a lot of work to do on that. And the more I'm not spending playing something like Hydroneer, the more I'm playing Satisfactory. So, but I had to do one on this, everybody. I had to do it. This is such a fun game. To me, anyways. There is a lot of kind of grindy, farmy parts to it. No arguments there. But the options and whatnot that you get for the logistics are... they're... I'd have to admit, the guy makes me think. I'm very happy that I have to wrap my head around the logistics of this game. Like, I just... and the grindy, farmy parts of it, I don't mind them. I've never been one to produce them to the channel for you folks. You know what I mean? But play the game. It does have, like, but I don't think it's any different than any other game I've ever played as far as the farmy, grindy bits. You know what I mean? That you end up, you know, in the beginning it's a bit of a hassle. Getting your dirt and your bucket and your such, all that fun stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, it might have to go there. But once you get past that point and you get into automation, you'll notice that this just runs, everybody. I mean, seriously, it just runs. I think the day that I finally pull my shard thing, I'll split it with the saw into equal parts and then put all of those parts down into the factory. I need to get more pallets. Plain and simple, I need more pallets. The pallet idea is awesome. I think it's pretty cool. Having to go farm or buy stuff, I mean, you can go into creative mode and not have to do that. I've seen lots of people do it. No big deal. It's not the end of the world. I need more pallets. I have a lot of parts and pieces. Woohoo. Oops. Yeah. That's what I figured. Come on, give me something straight. There we go. Okay, that's enough. Yeah, I even left that one behind. Oops. Okay, out the door we go. And then we'll put this... Okay, we're good. I need to go pick up more pallets. So instead of unloading all this stuff, I just went and got pallets. Alrighty. So I got everything all stacked up, organized, ready to rock and roll. So we got 5 drills out of that. We got the harvester. I still have a few conveyors, but I mean, conveyors are cash. So it's not, basically it's not the end of the world. I find this the best way to do corners, by the way, because at least you can see through the pallet. Okay. So I got all my core stone stuff together. Oh, I left 2 in here. Everything's all ready to go. So instead of me putting a poll up, I'm just going to target the folks that are actually watching these as a series that I've been doing on my channel. Like I said, this series isn't going to go on for very much longer. Once I get this pretty much down to all the core stone in, all the rest of that, I'm going to see if I can't wrap my head around a few other logistic things that I might be able to do. So I think that's going to do it for the day. I thank you very much for dropping by. Like I said, I got everything all ready. I keep interrupting myself, so I'm going to finally finish this. Please leave a comment if you want to see me build down below. If you want to see me go, like, basically pitchfork by pitchfork, brick by brick, as to how I'm going to build this and go down, get down to basically the bottom. Right before I get to the bottom, I'm going to do the same thing that I did on all the rest of these. They all sit on a piece. You know what I mean? So I'm going to do the same thing. I can't get out now. Well, that's funny. Okay. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut right down to the bottom and then build myself a shelf, do the same thing that I've always done. I got a little bit of finishing work to do in here, like some brick to put along the back wall, just to make things look really cool in here. I really do want to get this line out, but now that I'm going to be rerunning that line, because that, of course, is the drill mine, or that's the drill line. Now they're going to be rerunning it. I'm just going to put it behind the wall and bring it down, and then put it behind the wall again, in behind here or up above, and then bring it out. Put it through my usual to up the pressure, and then go downstairs with it. That is the plan. I don't know whether anybody else keeps running their level 1 drills. I figure whatever, I'm just adding to it. It's nothing. There's no skin off my back to let them run. Makes me more commodities in the factory here. Other than that, you have yourselves a wonderful day. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for joining me today. And yeah, hey, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want to see, maybe if you have an idea for a logistic network and you can't quite get it or wrap your head or find somebody else that's done it, please ask. I will wrap my head around it, and I will see if I can't get it to work. And then show it to you in a video. It doesn't matter what it is. It's affordability is no big deal. I have millions now. So, anyways, yeah, 1,000,086, and I don't even know how much I got. Anyway, you have yourselves a good day, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.